Hi there, my name's Cat Wyllie-Fox. Yes, I know there's way too many animals going on there. And I'm going to show you 4 exercises that will really help with the muscles involved in using a laptop or iPhone. So as most people now must be aware, and you can see on the general population, when you're using an iPhone or on your laptop, your head tends to be forward, you're typing away, your shoulders eventually become rounded and forward. So all the muscles at the front become over-facilitated, overused, and the ones at the back become lengthened and lazy. In addition, and this is something I would definitely resonate with, when you're on the laptop, after a while, your traps get higher and higher, you get tense, particularly if the laptop's not at the best height for you. So I will explain the exercises as we go. This should only take about 5 minutes. I'm just going to do 1 set of each, but I'll explain exactly what I'm doing as we go through it. So the first one, it's very simple exercise, but there's lots of things that you've got to get right. And what we're trying to do with this first one is to get those traps, in other words, the ridges at the top of your shoulders, down. And to do this, we need to work the opposite muscle. It's often the case. The muscle we're going to target today with this first exercise is the infraspinatus. It's one of the shoulder cuff exercises. So if you imagine you're throwing and catching a ball, if you put your hand around the back here, you'll feel like a little dimple there, and you'll feel it's all going on. That's your infraspinatus. And if we can engage that muscle and contract it, you can see as you contract it how it pulls the traps down. So this is like a resetting. I'll show you that exercise first. Then with our hands almost in the same position, I'm going to show you a really lovely release, which is going to stretch the front of the shoulders and the chest. When you've done those 2, you'll come away actually feeling, you'll really feel the difference just from those 2 exercises. I'm also going to show you an exercise which will help to prevent a stiff neck, where we're working the lower cervical spine as opposed to the overworked upper spine. And then lastly, I'm going to give you a strengthening exercise, because it's all very well stretching and resetting, but we've got to improve our lot long term by strengthening the muscles around the back, the upper back. So let's get started. Okay. By the way, I run a little studio. I used to have a big gym and then COVID closed it down. So this is called the Den. It's all connected with foxes. It's been a lot of fun. Slow start, not easy in these times, but I'm determined to pull this one off. Okay, I should have said at the very beginning. Right then, so the first exercise, you're going to need a wall. You're going to put your hands up just above and wider than your shoulders. And this muscle, the infraspinatus, we're going to engage it by drawing our elbows in. So I want you to get a sense of pushing your infraspinatus in towards the wall. But I call it the spin. So we're going to spin it inwards and forwards. Now what tends to happen here, I'm starting already, bad habit, is the glutes start to contract. It's like they know what's coming. What we're going to end up doing is a press up against the wall. But as we go in, I want you to avoid moving your hands away from the wall. Okay, so let's start. So relax through the hamstrings and glutes. First of all, then we're going to spin the infraspinatus in. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, without tensing up the kneecaps, hamstrings or glutes. So in other words, the only thing that's contracting at the moment is the elbows going in. And then you're going to reach for the wall. Now once you're there, you may need to finely tune it, because you can't know where you're going to land. Now once you're here, keep that pulling of the elbows, keep pushing the back of the shoulders into the wall, keep the lower body relaxed, but also now I want you to push the back ribs out towards the wall behind you. Okay. And then again, without moving anything but your elbows, we're going to pull away from the wall. Okay, now the next exercise, and that is hard enough, we're just going to move everything up and out a little bit further. I'm going to move a little further away from the wall, And now I'm going to do the stretch. So what you could do in actuality, you could do maybe 3 of the first one and then come into this long stretch. So we need to be far enough that we're going to fall, if you like, into the wall. So from here, all I want to do, keep my shoulders still, but move in between my shoulders. I'm just finely tuning my hands. So my collarbone and my head have moved forward, but my shoulders are back. And in fact, if anything, now with your infraspinatus, I want you to push them out and back. And again, once you've got this stretch, maybe move your hands a little wider, a little higher, and fall a little further in between this wall. And again, try and get the lower body relaxed. Pull away from the wall. You'll really feel that, particularly the one after the other. Okay, next one. Cross your arms. Now the trick here, I'll come in for this actually, you do this standing, but I'll do this in a semi-squat, is to keep your head still as you move the shoulders and elbows. So here, you may not be able to feel it particularly, but if I put my hand around the back of your neck, as I have done with a lot of clients, I'll feel the lower cervical spine moving, or actually sometimes not moving, which shows how stuck it's become. And I've had clients, honestly, come to me after this exercise and thank me because they say finally their neck has freed up. The last one I'm going to show you is called flutters. So I'm going to come into a squat position, I'm tipping from the hip, and with this one I'm working between the shoulder blades, and this is a strengthening exercise, and you could actually do this with small weights. And then if I just bring this fluttered down, I'm keeping my palms forward, you can feel that travelling down to the lower part of your shoulder blade, the lower portion. So we're working the rhomboids between the shoulder blades, but we're also working subscap. And what you'll feel, sorry, that's the lower part of the shoulder blades. What you'll feel with all of these, the first 2, you want to keep between the shoulder blades broad, hence pushing that rib cage back. And the second one, same thing again, although you're dropping between, you don't want to crunch up too much, so don't drop too far forward. Third one, head still, that's the main point there. And with flutters, you're the opposite. You're trying to work the shoulder blades closer together, retracting them. Have a great day, hope they help. Yes, maybe do 3 of the first one long stretch. Something like 8 of these. Start slow while you practice keeping your head still. And then in the end, take it to walking pace, your normal walking pace. Flutters, maybe, I don't know, something like 15 reps. So you're trying to build a little endurance into those muscles and then maybe do the whole thing again. It's, the first one may be quite tough if you've never done it before, so maybe just 2 of those or even 1. See how you feel, see what works for you. Have a great day, and you will get a lot of benefit from those. Plenty more, I've got plenty more, but they're my 4 choice ones for the anti-laptop and iPhone, keeping that head back. Oh, that's another good tip actually. Keep the chin back and down. Create a little double chin is what I call shelfing. So that's a really good tip. Just standing, find a weight-free place for your head. You can even close your eyes. Once you've got that posture, then you can be sitting down at your desk. So remember, you're not too military. Up, shelf it in. Little double chin is what you're looking for. Thank you. Bye-bye.